I'm very happy that you're here and very happy that we get an opportunity to practice meditation together. So, before we do anything that we do, we always start with 3 ohms. And when you do your 3 ohms, also practice on, finding meditation posture as you're doing it, which just means making sure that your back is straight, that your head is just looking forward, and be aware of where you put your hands so that you don't have one over here and one over here. You can do this. You can do this. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to rest mine on my armchair here and put them together. You do as you like. But be conscious, and if you're sitting in a chair, make sure your feet are both on the ground when you're doing your 3 ohms, so that you can just feel where your whole body is and that you have this mental and physical control of self-composure. So ready? Let's do 3 ohms together. Oh. 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 And always take just a moment afterwards just to find your natural breath and to know that you have the Om has a vibration of moving negativity away from us. It dissipates. It's not like it just goes to the neighbor's house. That would not be very nice. I'm oming so this everybody else feels this negativity. Not at all. It purifies the energy. It's sort of like a water filter, right? You got the water filter, so dirty water goes in, gets filtered out, so clean out water goes out. So that's what we're doing with oming. And you can om yourself, in different places to bring yourself back into center. Think of it as like, if you like, as a water filter. And so then all that negative energy gets trapped in there and gets dissipated into the universe some incredibly beautiful way. And now we have a purity to us that we can emanate in a better way. So today, what I thought with meditation is, one thing is, I would encourage you, if you would like, welcome you, if you like, to ask some questions. And Ruby will take those questions from you, right? In the chat, right? So if you have questions about what the heck is meditation, I'm doing this, but it doesn't seem to be helping me, please let me know so that we can add that into what we're doing, because this particular meditation class is going to be tied with the word of the month for April, which is self-compassion. So what we want to do today is understand self-compassion and meditation together. And how do we practice self-compassion internally within ourselves, and especially in a meditative way, right? So the first thing is what the heck is meditation anyway? We hear this word all the time, and it's like, what is it? Well, I don't really have some long answer here for you where I'm going to analyze it for you, because I don't know that it can be analyzed with a lot of words, because the more you put words on it, it starts to build fences around things. Meditation has a deep intuitive quality to it. So we feel our way through it. We're learning to feel rather than have our powers of analysis going incessantly. They need a break. If they're to really do us justice, then sometimes they need to sleep. They need to rest during the day so that they're not just run out of the ability to generate solid intelligence. So meditation, the first ingredient. So meditation is not concentration. They are two separate things. However, meditation has a big old cup of concentration that you put into the bowl for the recipe of meditation. Okay? Concentration. So one of the things about concentration is that meditation helps to build concentration, but concentration helps us to build a better meditation practice, right? So they feed each other. So what do I mean about concentration? First of all, what do you concentrate on throughout the day? Do you spend a lot of time during certain days where you're kind of listless? Oh, I don't know what to do. I could do this or I could do that. Or maybe I just want to be entertained. I've had a rough week. I just want to be entertained. These things aren't bad, what I'm saying to you, but we're talking about meditation. So that's why we have to be aware of these things that we're like, what can I do? What can I do? Do you ever have this feeling where you say, oh, I know what I could do? I could practice meditation. Do you have that? So I understand that that's probably not the first thing that you're going to say to yourself. But let's say today is the day that you're like, you know, I've been listening to podcasts on meditation. I've read books on it. I've even taken a course on meditation, and I still don't have a meditation practice. I still find myself avoiding it, pushing it to the side, and telling myself I should. I really should. I should. Well, that won't get you to do it, will it? No. Because what is so uninviting about meditation? What is it that can make a person feel so dang guilty that they're not doing it? That, because then when you start to feel guilty, like I should be doing this, I should, you're not going to do it. So meditation doesn't have any judgment on you. You don't have to do it. And you don't have to do it the way that you were taught. You can teach yourself. We all have a uniqueness to us. Oh, there's probably meditation teachers all over the world going, wow, what is she saying? We're all in different places with meditation. We don't all have the same level of concentration as one another. And that's a key ingredient, concentration. To be able to be aware of what we're concentrating on, where we hold our energy. What are you concentrating on today? Are you concentrating on the negativity that you went through yesterday? Are you concentrating on what are you going to do later on? And oh, that's not going to be any fun, or oh, that traffic's going to be a bear. What are you focusing on? What are you concentrating on right now? Just stop for just a moment and just look inside and see the thoughts that are there. And just be very quiet and just look inside. Do you feel good about those thoughts? Do you feel like those are the thoughts that you want to right now concentrate on? So if the answer is no, then we're going to do some work here to help you to say yes. If you say yes, I'm thinking some thoughts that I really do want to concentrate on, then we're going to work on getting you to maintain those thoughts. Okay. So concentration. What does it require? It requires centeredness. So if you're an athlete, you understand that you have to keep your eye on the ball, or your eye on the dart, or your eye on your skis. Not really down this way, but your eye of concentration, not your eyes. If you, whatever it is that you do at work, you know that you have to concentrate on doing your work, right? Concentrate. It's where you're putting mental energy. And what you're doing when you're learning to concentrate is that you're learning to block out other thoughts for a few moments so that you can concentrate on the task before you. So you're already teaching yourself about an aspect of meditation. It's just that concentration in and of itself is not meditation. So I tell it to you this way so that you know that you want to do things to help you to concentrate more deeply and to learn to really want to concentrate on things that are good for you. Like, let's say that you're wanting to get healthier. You want your body to be healthier, and you've been thinking about, different kinds of foods, thinking about meals, thinking about how to help yourself in that way. So what I would suggest is that you concentrate your efforts on asking inside also, what am I really looking for? Am I just looking to feel better? Or am I just looking to look better? And is that really enough for you? When we concentrate on food to make a change inside of our body, food also affects our mind. The quality of food, the way that we prepare the food, how we eat the food, and then what we put the food to work at out in the world, because it's energy. What do you use your energy for? So food is a very interesting thing to focus on, and it can bring up all kinds of shaming and blaming, which why? It didn't do anything bad to you. It's the choices that we made. And I'm not suggesting that you should be ashamed of you, not at all. With meditation, it's learning to focus, to concentrate. So to concentrate on food, this is a really interesting thing because, when we start thinking about food, we start thinking all kinds of things that could be upsetting to us. Oh, that food's bad for me, and that food is icky, and that one made me look like this, and that one made me look like that. But now we're not talking about food. Now we're talking about self-judgment. It's not concentrating on food. Food didn't do those things to us. We have to learn to look at food as food, not as what will it make me look like? It's not looking at food. That's not concentration. That's a reaction. Concentration on food, putting the food in front of you, putting like vegetables in front of you, concentrating on what are they made up of? I know this sounds ridiculous. I get it. I get that a lot of things I say sound ridiculous, but I'm going to say them anyway because we need to change ourselves basically. Basically, learning to be at peace with food, being able to just look at it. You could get your computer out and Google pictures of tomatoes and celery, maybe other kinds of food, and let yourself just look at it. I know you're like, she's really gone over the deep end. Have I though? Can you do it without thinking that I don't want to eat that. What is she saying? I should be eating eggplant just raw? No, she's not implying that, not saying that. I want you to be able to see what's going on inside of you when you look at food. What thoughts do you automatically go to when you just look at a picture of food? What are you concentrating on? So just to help ourselves to understand that, you can even do a meditation about food where you can have, oh, I don't have one here, but let's say that you have, we've talked about this before, but let's just say that you have an orange. As you focus on the orange, focus on its beauty, focus on how it is light. Whether you're going to eat the orange, whether you're allergic to the orange, anything, that's not where we need to be. Just being at peace with the orange, with the way it smells, yummy, beautiful, fragrant, outside. Just knowing that it is truly kissed by the sun. Knowing that, wow, how many hands actually touched this orange? Oh, or shall I say, how many machines touched this? Teaching yourself to concentrate only on the orange and to find out where has it been? Because it has a past. It does. So we're teaching ourselves to be more intuitive because intuition also requires concentration. To just intuition requires the ability to look at something without projecting judgment onto it. If you want to develop a deeper sense of intuition, you must also help yourself develop greater concentration so that you're not projecting, well, it's this and it's that, and oh my God, and now, no. It's about intuiting, where has this orange been? So it's about you receiving it without judgment and without projecting judgment onto it. Concentration. Can you concentrate for more than a few seconds? You've heard me talk about this many times too, but I repeat myself because these things bear repeating. So we know that we can concentrate for quite a while on negativity because it has such a huge vibration and it actually draws us in. So this is a little statue of Ganesha. So to concentrate on Ganesha is to look at him and to look at his eyes, to look at his trunk, to look at all the different parts of him, and to help myself to keep my concentration focused on that one thing, Ganesha. To let myself be intuitive about, I wonder what all these things mean, rather than that probably means that, and that probably means that. No projecting, only wonderment. Only wonderment. I wonder, what does the back of him look like? Hmm. And what does he represent? Oh, he's the remover of obstacles. Hmm. I see. So some people focus on images of Ganesha before they do their spiritual practice to help them to remember to ask for that divine guidance of kindly remove the obstacles to my meditation practice and my peace, peace, peace. Concentrating and understanding how that can be so. We could have just judged it and said, oh yeah, people worship, they think that this is in there and da 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 da. Da. Do you hear my voice go lower? And the tone that's there? No, we don't want to do that. Before you sit to meditate, help yourself to concentrate on something that reminds you of peace. So maybe today you want to be at peace with food because you want to change your diet because you want to be healthier. So let us begin here in this sense. We concentrate on Ganesha and we're like, I'm going to do a little meditation to help myself today to concentrate on being at peace with food because I'm practicing self-compassion today. So I'm going to begin by focusing on Ganesha to help to remove the obstacles to food and my peace, peace, peace. This meditation. I'm not asking to be released from all these different things. I'm concentrating on this image. So this image is like a light, like a lit candle. So what I'm doing by focusing on this image, I'm bringing the image into my consciousness to help me to remove the obstacles, which is, oh, what are they doing over there? Oh yeah, food. I hate food. I love it too much. Whatever, all of these. What I'm doing is going, no, I'm focusing on this image of Ganesha to help me to remove the obstacles to be at peace with food, with my meditation, with myself, to peace, peace, peace. So as I look at this is a reminder to me that this image is known all over the world. Millions of people are aware of Ganesha. Millions of people have poured concentration, prayers, energy, affirmations, mantras, chants, sang bhajans to Lord Ganesha to help to remove the obstacles, which means this little statue is imbued with all the history of everyone who has ever concentrated on him. And I today am joining them by concentrating on this little image of this very divine energy that permeates the universe to take the obstacles away so that I can go deeper into being at peace with food, into my meditation so that I could be more peaceful with food for thought, food for my body, right? No judgments here because we're asking for things to be removed. So we have a clear, more open mind. So after I ask for that, and I've been concentrating on the beauty of freedom, having a free mind, having a mind that has space to rest. That's freedom. A very cluttered mind, a mind that's just thinking all about all the bad things that ever did happen and probably always will happen. This is not a free mind. This is a mind that is now bound to negative thoughts. And these negative thoughts bind you because they don't want you to leave them. But by asking for the obstacles to be removed, we're asking for that space so that we can rest. Because meditation has a great deal of rest. You're resting your mind, which rests your body. Because remember, for me to move my hand, it has to come from my mind first. This is not doing it just on its own. It's not just doing this. No, it comes from my mind. My mind tells this to do this. We say, well, it's unconscious. It's still coming from my mind. So the first thing that we're learning about meditation is to calm the mind so that we don't have all of these unnecessary reactions to everything. Remembering that my mind tells my hands to act like this. Also, it tells my hands to act like this or like this. It also, my mind tells my mouth what to speak. My mouth does not move on its own. It tells my eyes what to look for. Look for that bad person. Speak those bad thoughts. Listen to all the negativity that's out there. Where does that come from? It comes from our mind. Why do we meditate? Many reasons, but one of them today is to practice self-compassion so that you can rest from the bombardment of negative thoughts coming from you, through you, to you, at you by others. So meditation is a place where you can learn to rest. Deep, deep meditation over a long period of time is a type of rest that doesn't even qualify as just the word rest. But for right now, what we're doing is we're teaching ourselves what is meditation. First of all, it's concentration. So teach yourself to find something to concentrate on. Really, before you even sit to meditate, teach yourself just to be able to sit and to concentrate. Like I said, you can get an eggplant, put it there, and see if you can just appreciate the eggplant for being eggplant and not, oh my God, I hate eggplants. Oh, it's this. Or, oh my God, it's this. And wow. No, can you just look at it and let it be itself without you projecting a bunch of negativity onto it that's coming from how you feel about your relationship with food? It's about learning to be at peace. Learning to be at peace. So meditation takes us from bad thoughts to good thoughts and then to no thoughts. If you sit to meditate and you have bad thoughts because everybody does, and don't think you don't because everybody does. No shaming, no blaming. That's the only rule today. No shaming, no blaming. So of course you do. Of course you do. All right? Once that's accepted, no judgment. You just know it's there. And you also know it will interfere with your peaceful moments in meditation. So, bad thoughts, this is a way to practice, not the way, a way. So, I would suggest like you have something that reminds you of peace. Doesn't have to be Ganesha. He just happened to be here. And if you've ever been to my office, I do believe there's 9 Ganeshas in my office. Holy cow. Holy elephant, I should say, I suppose. But the purpose is to get us to concentrate on a representation of peace. This is a representation of my practice of removing the obstacles within my mind so that I may be at peace with myself, with my life, with those around me. Peace. Concentrate on something to help you to concentrate on goodness. Right? So you want to start your meditation in a way that has ritual for you. If you just plop yourself down, set the timer, oh my goodness, it's okay. You can do that. But why not get the most out of the 10 minutes that you're probably going to sit there? Instead of chasing your thoughts around, you know what I'm talking about, the monkey mind. But most of us aren't around monkeys very often, Another way of looking at it is puppy mind. Puppies get the zoomies. Human beings get the zoomies in their minds, right? So when we go to meditate, we get the zoomies. All of a sudden, we have things to do. Suddenly we're thinking about, what am I doing sitting here and doing this? This is a waste of time. Oh my gosh. I have things to do, places to go, people to see. Do you? You're the one who set yourself down to rest. To rest. So we have to help ourselves to prepare to rest. So I brought Ganesha here to help to remove the obstacles to my meditative peace, peace, peace. So, like we would do in a light meditation by looking at a candle and bringing the flame inside us, you can actually, please do this with a flame if that's what you would like to do. The light meditation is universal, and we're going to be talking about that again later. But for right now, if you like Ganesha, say, then you look at him and you bring him into your mind. I say him, we could just say Ganesha. We're bringing in the vibrations that Ganesha represents universally into our mind. And as you're drawing that into your mind, you let it move through your mind. You let it move through your head. Just like light disperses, these very deep spiritual thoughts are light. So as you concentrate on what Ganesha represents, that light, what he really means, what he really represents in light form, is going to move through you. And it'll help to soften the really jagged edges of the negative thoughts that we have about ourselves, the people around us, our environments, the politics, whatever it might be that's invading your mind. It helps to focus on removing the obstacles, removing those thoughts so that they're so low that they can't get in. The bigger thoughts, the stronger thoughts, are the thoughts about peace and rest, peace and rest. A restful mind is a peaceful mind. To be able to will yourself into peace, to be able to will yourself into rest, this is what long-term meditation offers, where you can will yourself into peace. That's inner strength. So you're pulling this in. So right now, be with me if you will, okay? And right now we're going to use Ganesha. I'm going to put him towards you. I'll take the little one here. And there he is. You can focus on him. And I have this one. I have to look down, so I'm just going to pretend he's bigger. Because you want to keep your head straight. You want to keep your head straight. You want to be able to look straight ahead of you and make sure that you take a little inventory about your body. Where is it? Kind of shake out the kind of, things. You can shake out your hands, move your toes. Take a couple of just stumbling breaths like that, just because you're just like getting some of those zoomies out of you. Getting them out of your mind because they're traveling through your body, making you think about all these other things. Just know that what you're doing is that you're prepping yourself to practice peace. You're emptying things out. You're cooking, so you want to have a clean vessel, right? Whatever you want to do, you always want to start with a sense of purity. So let yourself just kind of consider right now that what's in front of you represents deep, deep peace. And very kindly allow yourself to sit straight, keeping your back straight, keeping your mind straight, and focusing on deep, deep rest, peace. That all the obstacles that have been creating a barrier between you and peace are melting away as you breathe in and as you breathe out. You feel yourself coming to your own rescue. Caring for the environment within yourself called the mind. You're purifying that environment. It's very similar to a glass that has water and impurities in it. And they've been spinning around and you can't see because it's opaque because of all the impurities. But in this moment, you become very still. And those impurities fall to the bottom of the glass. It's okay. Whatever happens is okay. It's called life. Keep watching your glass, knowing that the impurities are going to the bottom of the glass. And the more still that we become, the more that our vibration of light actually purifies the sediment. Every vibration that's negative inside of you has the ability to be raised to a higher vibration. Every wound that you have inside of you has the capability of healing. Every thought that hurt your mind in the past has the ability to be healed. What's the point if we don't understand and remember that? So you're learning to be very peaceful, very quiet. I too am learning to be very peaceful and very quiet. Self-compassion. You will get to a point where you don't want to leave. Because you feel your true self. And your true self is light, is empowered, is love. And these are not just pretty words. They are the truth. The deepest part of you is who you long to feel. Healing, healing, healing. The power to heal. We all know it's inherent, even though it doesn't seem it. It is. Self-compassion. And very kindly concentrate on healing. Concentrate on a beautiful light within you, moving through you, healing you. Because every pain that is in your body is also in relationship with the mind. So as the mind can relax, we can enhance the healing process within our body. No hurry, no worry, no scurry. And very kindly, take a very long, deep, beautiful breath of air. And exhale it completely. Breathe naturally. And be aware of my voice and take another very, very deep breath of air. And release it completely. Breathing naturally. One more time, breathe in that breath of air very deeply. And this time, as you release it, follow it back to this space and time. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to this space, to this moment. When you rest like this, don't jump up. Move slowly and gently. Whenever you enter into a place of peace, you want to keep it with you. It dissipates because we yet don't know how to maintain peace totally within us. So it dissipates. But the source of peace never dies. It's always with us. We are light. And you know how you can prove that you're light? Touch your arms. They're warm. Touch your face. There's warmth. You are warm because you emanate light. You are alive. The reason the body goes cold after death is because you're no longer there. The light source left. When you meditate, you begin to feel the light force. The light force never dies. It goes dormant, but it never goes away. So meditation, you're teaching yourself to concentrate that you are light. All healing of the mind, the soul, and the body comes from the quality of light that you emanate. Learning self-compassion means learning to speak to yourself with dignity. You lost your temper today, didn't you? I did. Well, we need to do something about that. Do you think you can sit and breathe right now? No. What can you do? Can you go for a walk? Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Help yourself what you can actually do in the moment. Don't just make a list of I can't do this and I can't do that. What can you do? Give yourself some self-compassion. What can you do that's good for you? What can you focus on? What can continue this feeling of peace? Make it deeper so that it's more easily to access the next time that you sit down. So that there's so much of it that you don't even have to go through the ritual of sitting all the time, but I would highly recommend that you do because it'll self-generate. It'll self-generate. The thoughts that you have that are negative, they self-generate, which is why when you close your eyes, particularly at night, and there's darkness, the darkness makes it so that you remember dark thoughts. But if you generate good thoughts through the day, even though you you sleep in the darkness at night, those good thoughts will continue to generate and give you peace and warmth and rest, which is what we want. We want to be restful. If you have a sore hand, when you go to meditate, make sure that as you're in your meditation, to bring that light from inside of you all the way down into your hand and actually feel it becoming more warmth. After a while, I say a while could be anywhere from 6 years to 6 weeks to 6 months, 6 decades. But after a while, you'll be able to at will move the light to where you need it to be. Isn't that something that's kind of interesting? We can help ourselves to self-heal. We just didn't know that. We're human beings. We can do so much more than anyone could ever have taught us. These things must be taught by practice. As you have practice, you have more self-knowledge of yourself as a human being. Masters can actually heal a person without ever laying their hands on them. Everybody thinks that you have to lay your hands on somebody. You don't. It feels good and it's a lovely thing. Don't get me wrong. But a single word, a word that is soft-spoken, can also heal yourself and others. The way that you look through your eyes, healing light always moves through our eyes and our throat. The spoken word is very, very healing, and it's also very devastating. The light that emanates from people's eyes can be very, very healing, or it can be devastating. So we're learning that the light in our hands can be very, very healing or very devastating. And our feet, and our knees, and our elbows. It's how do you use your inner light that matters. Learning to be calm doesn't make you weak. There's this interesting thing where I think people don't practice meditation because they think it won't work anyway. And besides, my favorite thing to say is the thing that's said to me on a daily basis. And I've said it 1,000 times, but I'm going to say it to you again because it's important that we all know this. I can't meditate because my mind just goes too fast. And then if I say all minds go fast, what is the next spot? But my mind is supersonic fast. Thank you. So if your mind goes supersonic fast, which everybody's has the ability to go supersonic fast, you have the ability to make it stop. If you have the ability to make it go supersonic fast and you don't even know what's going on around you because it's going so fast, you have the ability to make it stop. For every go, there's a stop. For every stop, there's a go. They go together everywhere. So it's when you think that your mind goes too fast and you can't settle it down, it just means you don't know how. And I am doing these meditation sessions to help you to know that you don't want to cheat yourself of learning to turn it off. If you can turn a light on, you can turn it off. If your mind's going supersonic, that means you're not seeing what's going on around you. Just like in a car, phew, 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 phew. It's whizzing past you so fast. Did you see that car? No, I didn't see it. That's how we live. Did you see that? No, I didn't see it. Oh, I missed it. My mind's going too fast. But when you slow your mind way, way down, you see everything. You can even see what's inside of other people's minds. You suddenly know what's inside of your mind. You can see what's going on in the minds of a cat or a dog or a bird. A supersonic fast mind can't do that. But a mind that knows how to go really off, the light emanates so fast, so perfectly, that you have greater intelligence. You're not swirling and reacting. You're not creating whirlwinds and tornadoes and hurricanes. You're still air, just like a hurricane and a tornado are air. But now you're a cool breeze. You're cooling your body by learning how to breathe slowly and gently, bringing that heat that's stored up in your mind, that's making you feel like you have to do something. It's bringing it down, 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 to where now you can see the problem more deeply, more completely. This is self-compassion, learning to rest while you're awake. Learning to rest while I am awake. Learning to rest while I am awake. Being a cool breeze wherever I go. And then that helps everybody that's in your vicinity. Speaking calmly to yourself when you're not in a place of meditation. Take your time. Tell yourself, take your time. It's okay. It's okay. You got this. As people think if you don't come running in, I see people come running into my office. Oh my God, it was traffic. It was this, it was that. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. You're here. It's okay. You're safe. We're safe. I'll wait for you. It's all right. We learn to wait for each other. Waiting doesn't imply that the other person was just being bad and doing things on purpose. You know, it's okay to wait for one another. It's a service that we do for each other. It's all right. If your best effort was given, it's all right. Even if your best effort wasn't given, because, well, it actually is your best effort, no matter what effort that you do, really, because your mind can get so cluttered, it can make us so that we can't get to where we're going in a really good way. You know, and then you can show up and your mind is still spinning, so you're not really getting the best out of anything that you're doing. Hurrying just makes us feel less guilty because we've been self-judging, shaming and blaming myself. So now I'm going to hurry, you know, because I feel the other person's going to judge me because I'm judging me. But the more we keep lessening self-judgment, then we, of course, lessen the judgment that we have about others. And people, I think I've heard people say, so you want me to give them a free pass? Well, of course. You haven't been giving anybody free passes, so I imagine you have lots to give. Because, you know, you'll be in need of a free pass too. So I say this so that you slow down and you get rid of that, that feeling that the word slow is bad. Slow cooking is really good. Slow dancing. Oh, it's beautiful, right? Slow, gentle touching, slow gentleness is beautiful. All animals love it if you touch them in a slow, gentle way. I know they like the other way, but then they can get overstimulated very quickly. Slow gentleness is very profound and it's memorable. So you want to be that way with yourself. You want to dance with yourself in a slow way. Keep your thoughts more rhythmic, slowly. And by doing that, you have more self-control. So when everything starts to speed up, you know where slow is. You know where inner strength is. Because you can be in a room and everybody else is speeding up. And if you've been practicing slow dancing with yourself, you will stay in that space, which will make you more intuitive, more intelligent for the solutions, and more available to help not only yourself, but others. Because you know where slow is. You know where silence is. You know where your center is. But if you whirl around, puppy mind, monkey mind, all the time, and then there's some sort of thing where we all have to help each other, you're not going to be as available. And it's very important that we're available to ourselves as well as to others. So this slowness, it's a different kind of rhythm. It's a rhythm of empowerment. It's like a beautiful watch. It has that perfect movement. It's like your heart. If your heart's racing, do you think that's a good thing? I mean, really? Do you think that your mind racing is a good thing? If it's not a good thing for your physical heart to be racing, it's probably not a good thing for your mind to be racing. Because why is the heart racing? A lot of times it's because the mind is racing. There are physical things. We're not going to talk about all that right now. We're just talking about the relationship between a racing mind, a racing heart, a racing pulse. When we get upset, that's what happens. But if we can teach ourselves to have more self-control, our heart doesn't have to race in order for us to be present to make quick decisions. To make a quick decision, we want to make that efficiently. And in order to do that, you have to learn to be in that moment to make that quick decision as efficiently as possible. If your mind is racing, you cannot make a swift decision that has empowerment and discernment very easily. It won't happen. So practicing stillness gives you greater insight, gives you greater strength, inner strength. It keeps you more present in the moment. And remember, being present in the moment means that you understand the past and the future that are related to that moment. Because being in the present, it doesn't mean that there is no past, there is no future. It means that you understand that this moment has a lot from the past, and you can see it being projected in a particular way into the future. And in that moment, you can actually change the trajectory of where that thought is going to go. But you have to be present in the moment. Question? Do we have a question? So I just was saying if you had a question. I want to make sure I'm in the moment for you. So the practice of compassion for this month, I really encourage you to practice this flow, like how you're hearing my voice. I'm wanting to speak to you in a way where it's fluid, but you can feel it. You can feel what I'm saying to you. So I'm practicing inside, emanating how I'm feeling right now. And how I'm feeling right now is I feel in relationship with you. And being in relationship with you makes me in a way where my heart wants to sing. And singing is rhythm. It makes my mind want to be empty so that I can receive you. Being in this moment, being with you, speaking about heart, speaking about meditation, makes me want to emanate my inner strength outward towards you so that we have a relationship that is strengthened by our mutual respect for ourselves as well as one another. And that's the other reason why we do this. Sorry, I come over here. Where that feeling there means basically that all of me respects all of you. We're together. We're acknowledging the divine is the same in me as the same in you. Self-compassion, remembering that we are all divine beings, temporarily housed in these bodies. Temporarily. Oh, I just gave myself a thumbs up.
It's just that good.
Yeah, we're just that good, right? So I hope this month you really focus on self-compassion, not being punitive. If you're punitive to yourself or to others, you'll see how different you feel. Now we got fireworks going.
You're just so excited.
I'm so excited.
That's funny.
See, you can't make this stuff up, right? Okay, so I don't even know where we are. So practice breathing slow, long and slow. Practice allowing yourself to learn to concentrate on one thing, right? I don't care, take an orange out of the refrigerator or wherever you keep it. Look at it. Let yourself concentrate on it and listen to your mind and see, is your mind already racing by looking at it? Let it go. Just notice and observe these things about yourself rather than punishing yourself and saying, oh, see, you can't do it. No, no, no. Be there for you. And as you're there for you with self-compassion, you're there for me too. You're there for all of us. So if you're still learning to be there for you, practice knowing that as you're there for you, you're there for everyone else. Because we are together. We are always in relationship, whether you like it or not. So thank you so much for being here today. And we're going to do 3 ohms. And remember that ohming is the sound that the universe makes. So it belongs to all of us because we are part of that. Om. 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 Peace be with you. Namaste.